There's a strange kind of exhaustion that only certain people understand. Not the exhaustion that comes from running or working too long, but the kind that lives inside you, quiet, constant, heavy. If you're someone who thinks deeply, someone who observes everything, questions everything, analyzes everything, then you already know this feeling. It's a tiredness that sleep doesn't fix, a tiredness that sits behind the eyes, behind the smile, behind the polite, "I'm okay." And today, I want to explain why smart people feel emotionally tired all the time, and why, if this sounds like you, nothing is wrong with you. You're simply carrying a mind that works in overdrive. But before we dive in, this video will help thousands of people finally understand themselves. So if you find even one line that resonates with your soul, don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Veyne. This channel is where psychology becomes art, and where people like you finally feel understood. Now, let's begin. Reason 1. Smart people don't turn their mind off, even when they want to. Most people think thinking is optional. Smart people don't get that luxury. Your brain is always running, analyzing, scanning, predicting, anticipating, replaying, improving, comparing, imagining. Where others see a simple moment, you see the patterns behind it. Where others say, "It's not that deep," you see 10 layers beneath the surface. And while that ability is powerful, even beautiful, it's also exhausting, because your mind doesn't rest, even in the quiet moments, even in the moments that are supposed to be peaceful. Even when you lie in bed at night, begging your thoughts to slow down, smart people are tired because their brain never stops running, and the world doesn't slow down for them. Reason 2. Smart people feel more, even if they don't show it. Here's something few people understand. Intelligence doesn't just mean you think differently. It means you feel differently too. Deep thinkers often have deep emotional sensitivity. They pick up tiny details in people's tone, posture, energy, silence, and those details affect them. You notice when someone's smile hides anxiety, when someone's words don't match their eyes, when someone says, "I'm fine," but you feel the fracture beneath the surface. This emotional radar is a gift, but it also means you absorb emotions you never asked to carry. You feel the room too deeply. You sense tension before it's spoken. You get overwhelmed by things other people never notice. Smart people aren't just mentally active. They are emotionally porous, and that comes with a cost. Reason 3. Smart people over-explain themselves. Have you ever caught yourself giving long explanations for thoughts that felt simple and obvious to you? Have you ever watched someone stare blankly back at you, as if you were speaking a different language? Smart people often feel misunderstood, so they explain and re-explain, adjusting and simplifying, shrinking their complexity just to make others comfortable. That constant translation, that constant adjusting, that constant effort to fit into the room is emotionally draining. You're tired because you're always shrinking yourself to be understood. Reason 4. Smart people carry invisible questions. There are questions in your mind you've been holding for years. Why do people hurt each other for no reason? Why do I feel different? Why do I notice things others don't? Why can't I connect the way I want to? Why does everything feel so heavy? Smart people often carry existential questions long before they ever find the language to explain them. And the truth is, carrying questions with no answers is exhausting, not because you're weak, but because you're trying to live in a world that rarely reflects how deeply you see it. Reason 5. Smart people see the bigger picture, including the painful parts. You don't just see what's happening now, you see what will happen later. You see consequences early, patterns early, mistakes early, human behavior early. This awareness protects you. But it also means you can't enjoy things the way others do. Where others feel excitement, you feel caution. Where others feel hope, you see the risk. Where others enjoy the moment, your mind is already preparing for what comes after. Awareness is wisdom. But awareness is also weight. Reason 6. Smart people are their own harshest critic. People think smart people are confident. They're wrong. Smart people are often the ones who question themselves the most. You analyze your choices, your words, your past, your relationships, your direction in life. You evaluate yourself constantly. You search for what you could have done differently. You replay conversations. You think about the smallest imperfections as if they matter more than anything else. Emotional exhaustion comes from fighting your own mind every single day. Reason 7. Smart people carry responsibility. No one sees people rely on you. People come to you. People expect stability from you. People assume you're okay because you're strong, smart, calm, logical. But you know the truth. You're exhausted not because you're weak, but because everyone treats you like you're unbreakable. Smart people carry burdens that no one asks if they're okay holding. Reason 8. Smart people hide their pain. Well, this is a strange paradox. The deeper you think, the better you become at hiding the parts of yourself that feel fragile. You smile even when your mind is heavy. You nod even when you feel misunderstood. You say, "I'm fine," because it's easier than explaining the thousands of thoughts behind your silence. People think you're strong because you never fall apart where they can see it. But emotional tiredness grows in the places you never show. Reason 9. Smart people struggle with finding their people. You don't need many friends, but you do need the right ones. Deep thinkers connect slowly but intensely. Surface conversations drain you. Superficial relationships bore you. Shallow people exhaust you. You need depth, honesty, meaning, connection that feels real. But the world is noisy, distracted, fast, shallow. You feel emotionally tired because you're navigating a world that rarely matches the depth inside you. Reason 10. Smart people carry inner worlds that others never see. Every intelligent person I've ever met has a private universe inside their mind. A world full of imagination, thought, memory, wonder, fear, and unspoken truth. The mind becomes a home, but it can also become a cage. You're tired, not because your life is wrong, but because your mind is vast. And vast minds need rest in ways the world hasn't learned to understand yet. So, how do you rest a mind that never stops thinking? You don't silence it. You don't fight it. You don't try to force it to be like everyone else. You learn how to listen to it differently. You learn how to give it space. You learn how to stop carrying everything alone. You learn how to let your mind be deep without drowning you. And you learn something else, too. Something every smart, emotionally tired person needs. You're not alone. There are others who think like you, feel like you, break like you, heal like you. And if this video made you feel understood, there is a place for you here. This is Dr. Veyne, and this channel exists for minds like yours. If you want more videos that explain your inner world in a way you've never felt explained before, subscribe now. Stay close. Your mind deserves a place where depth is understood, and your tiredness makes sense.